Cryptocurrency prices have been, well, indecisive over the last 24 hours. We've had some good news. A lot of people are taking good news as bad news is bad news. Anything that Donald Trump does is to destroy the entire world, and that's the story that we're being fed right now. Guys, there's a lot of indecision in the market. There's a lot of very weak-minded people in the market, and we're seeing a lot of volatility because of that. Now, the good news is a lot of tokens are beginning to rise. A lot of cryptocurrencies are beginning to rise. And if you look here, you can see some major gainers over the last 24 hours. Orca's up 54%. CRV's up 18%. Big Time, Virtual, Jasmy, all sitting on some very nice gains over the last 24 hours. As a matter of fact, even Fartcoin, meme coins are making a comeback over the last 24 hours. But the weird part is, we're not necessarily seeing the Fear and Greed Index show confidence. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that in this video. We're also going to be talking about the fact that Shiba Inu coin is staying resilient despite all of the volatility. So let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. And as you can see, the market is very volatile right now. Fear is heightened. Prices are trying to find a direction. And with Bitcoin sitting right there at $81,000, $82,000, it's off the $74,000 lows, but it's nowhere near the $100,000 highs. So let's talk about Shiba Inu coin. It says a short-term recovery may be possible because Shiba Inu coin is exhibiting a surprisingly high degree of resilience in spite of the general market uncertainty. Shiba Inu coin has recovered with growing momentum after teasing a break below the crucial 1,100 point per coin mark and is currently trading at 1,200 points per coin. That's exactly what it's doing right now. It's at 1,201 points per coin, and a couple of days ago broke down as a 5-minute chart. A couple of days ago broke down to about 10-20 points per coin, and then since then has recovered beautifully. Guys, this is a very nice gain over the last couple of days here to bring Shiba Inu coin back up 20% in about a 2-day period. You've got to remember that. A 20% gain is phenomenal. We don't need to see a 200% gain overnight to really gain traction and attract the traders. But right now, Shiba Inu coin is sitting at 1,200 points per coin, testing this resistance, and could very quickly here break out. And if it does, Shiba Inu coin could be right on its way. Let's go to the daily chart. Shiba Inu coin could be right on its way back up to 13, 14, 1,500 points per coin. And look at this. It was such a fast decline. We could be back up to 2,400 points per coin in a matter of days if Shiba Inu coin begins to see some strength. So, although we've got a lot of fear to deal with, although we've got a lot of uncertainty and doubt to deal with, Shiba Inu coin is still holding up, and Shiba Inu coin is maintaining these major support levels around that 1,200 point per coin mark. So let's go back in and see what these analysts have to say about Shiba Inu coin here after I fix this chart a little bit, which every time you click it messes it up just slightly. I want to watch it break through resistance. That's why I got on the 5-minute chart today. So it says the upward momentum could be the beginning of a trend reversal, which would be very important for the meme asset. The significant increase in volume, which indicates increased investor interest and renewed demand at these lower levels, is the most obvious indication of strength. A breakdown that may have added a zero to the asset's price was avoided by traders defending the zone, as evidenced by the uptick in volume, which is frequently a leading indicator of momentum, and in the case of Shiba Inu coin. SHIB is technically testing the resistance range between 1,240 and 1,300 points per coin right now. A move above this region would allow it to go to 1,550 or 1,710 points per coin, which are both surrounded by moving average resistance levels. The relative strength, or RSI, is currently trading just under 45 after rising from oversold territory. Likewise, lends confidence to the bullish argument. This change suggests that sentiment is improving and becoming very optimistic, which allows for more upside without becoming exhausted right away. And that is one of the best technical indicators to trade. As the relative strength index enters oversold territory, it does not mean that that's a buy. It can stay in oversold territory for quite some time. But when it exits that oversold territory is one of the indicators that a lot of traders use as a buy opportunity. So we may see traders returning to the market. We may see continued increase in volume, and we may see Shiba Inu coin's price rise again. Now, if we come out to the meme coin market cap today, we can see that it's a very interesting picture being painted. A 2% decline in the overall market cap, but a 28% increase in volume. Traders are slowing down a little. So as we go out there and we see a price increase on a volume decrease, to me, that indicates that selling pressure is falling. Selling pressure is waning. And that is exactly what we need to see. That is the perfect recipe for a breakout. Because as soon as buying pressure increases, it's got a lot less selling pressure to deal with. And the more you buy and the less you sell, the more explosive the price action is going to be to the upside. So, to me, this is a very good indicator, right? The fear greed index is still high, though. We don't have the confidence necessary to see an explosive meme coin growth. We need to do something to fix people's minds. I don't know what that is. I truly do not know what it is. Guys, I can only speak for myself. I can only talk about my feelings, right? And I do. I have the same level of uncertainty that you guys do. I don't know if people are going to panic and they're going to sell Bitcoin back down to $30,000. I don't know if people are finally going to realize that all of this fear makes no sense and it's rooted in nothing logical. Sure, there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding these tariffs, but the level of fear that we're experiencing right now is the level of fear that you would expect on the brink of global destruction. And I don't think that the world is ready to end. I believe that we are going to see some very nice gains moving forward. So it is a struggle, but I make an active decision every day to ignore the fear, ignore my uncertainty, ignore my doubt, and continue to accumulate. Now, one of the ways and one of the reasons I can do that is because I don't go in with everything that I have on a single trade. Let's say that I had $1,000 to spend. I'm not going to go in with $1,000 and buy Shiba Inu coin today because, of course, I don't know what's going to happen to tomorrow. So maybe I allocate 5% at a time, 10% at a time. I can easily go in, become accustomed to that extra 5% of Shiba Inu coin, that extra $50 to $100 in Shiba Inu coin that I own, and then the next day, reassess the situation. If I'm ready to buy more, I can buy another $50, $100 and continue to do that until I've completed that capital. But guys, we have to make these decisions, right? And one of the places that I have decided to accumulate and trade is on the KSX exchange. These guys allow you to trade on up to 100x leverage with literally the cheapest fees in the game, 0% on Shiba Inu coin. So make sure to check that out. It's 0.01%, I believe, on like Ripple and Bitcoin and so on. I am holding on the blockchain. I want it to be my asset. I want it to be in my custody. And I'm doing so through Best Wallet. You got a link in the description below for Best Wallet as well. It is a free download. Your keys, your crypto, your custody, all of that. It is your asset as long as you hold it on the blockchain. I like Best Wallet. It's got a very easy interface to understand. And they do have additional features as well that make it nice. If you've been in the crypto game for a while or if you're just getting started, this is kind of like your go-to wallet. So let me know what you guys think about all of it down in the comments below. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.